Look, it's all zeros. 0% financing, 0% down, 0% repairs and labor costs for 10 years. Experience the premier difference today. Financing is available with approved credit. Offer expires 9/30/2024. Premier Heating and Air is offering system checkups. Heat or AC, your choice, $49. Free estimate restrictions may apply, and this offer can't be combined with other offers. Experience the premier difference today. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company.
Football fans, and welcome to this week's Coaches Show. I'm your host, Michael Maddock, here with Coach Bruce Lane. And Coach, to take a little from the song, it was another rainy night in Georgia, which brought us good luck. We went back on the road, played Windsor, and Trinity is now 3-2. We won our second consecutive game, and I don't know, you may have looked this information up, but it's been a long time since Trinity won 2 consecutive games.
Yeah, we were talking about that on the bus ride home. I think it was 2018. I think they actually won 3 games in a row twice during that season. So, our kids played well defensively and special teams wise. We're really just killing it, I think, the last couple of weeks. And offensively, I think the wet field had a little to do with the limited success we had offensively. But, still, combination of all those things, you still score 43 points and you only give up 14, and one of those was real late with the young kids in there. So we're pleased that we are continuing to get better, and still a lot to go and still a lot of season to go.
No doubt. The game was kind of reminiscent of the one in Augusta. The offense kind of was very slow to get going. You had some craziness going on. They punted twice, and as I said, they sent a bowling ball right up into the offensive and defensive line. And for those of you at home who can't pick up on that, the punter punted the ball, and it never really launched, and it just kind of went straight into the offensive line. Now, I talked to my business partner who used to be a white hat. It should have been a dead ball there. It should not have changed or come back to them. The referees gave it to them, but it was kind of crazy, and that's kind of how the game in Augusta started as well.
Right, it was, but our kids were pretty resilient, in all phases of the game. We had we're experimenting a little bit with the change at center, and we had a mishandle snap the first play, and then the second play we have a snap go over the quarterback's head, and we're sitting there third and about 25, and just couldn't get things rolling. But we had a interception / fumble, whatever you want to call it, return for a touchdown. Then we intercept the pass and finally get the offense going a little bit. Our drives were short when we did score offensively, and then we had 3 field goals of over 45 yards. So kicking game continues to really be a strong point for us.
Yeah, so, sitting in the stands, you kind of get a different perspective. So you get to watch some of their fans, and when Wade goes out there and he just booms a 47-yarder, everybody's kind of going, wow, what in the world is that? So that is a weapon that not many teams have.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think, we can kind of feel comfortable now that once we get the ball, to the 30-yard line or better, we're in field goal range. I don't want that to change our play calling because of that, but you also want to feel good about that. And I think one of the things that Wade changed a little bit is he went back to the half-inch tee versus kicking off the ground. But excuse me, because one of the things is you can't control the lay of the land on the road, and you have a pretty smooth surface here, but last 2 weeks the grass has been a little bit higher, and I think that helped a little bit, and it helps get the placement in the exact spot too when you have a tee there. So obviously, this all of his kicks probably would have been good from 50 plus.
That's what I said, 55 yards. They look really good.
Well, he had actually hit a 55 and a 56 yarder in practice last week, so starting to hit the ball really well.
So you know it's there.
We know that is certainly a weapon that we can fall back on if we need to.
Right. We talked about it a little last week. You got the three-headed monster back at running back. You've got Cruz Giles. You've got Solly Kid, who's come on board now, and you got Wade, who's taking a little pressure off him. So now you got three people that are going in and out. You saw that again last week. You saw Ben CP continue to grow up. The game's slowing down for him.
Right, and I do think it's just as we keep using this word over and over, but it's a process, and our kids are feeling more comfortable with what we're doing offensively. And then we also have Ben Helton, who comes in and catches a pass out of the backfield for a touchdown, made another big catch to set up the first field goal, and had a run in the, I believe it was third quarter, on the little inside reverse.
He did.
So we're starting to develop some playmakers, and first couple of games we were pretty heavy, leaning on Wade, and now we feel like there's a little more diversity in what we're trying to do.
Defense saw a little different look last week. We'd gone from primarily running teams to you saw them line up three wide a lot of times, one on the other side. So I guess you were in a nickel and a dime package most of the night.
Played a lot of dime package, and our DBs have really done a good job the last few weeks. Shadowing receivers, we had a lot of pass breakups the last couple of weeks, and so we'll be challenged a little bit this week when we get to talking about them. But really feel good about the back half of our defense as they continue to mature as a unit.
Right. Well, I say it each and every week that it's happened. It's fun to win, and when it's fun to win, everybody is happy. Everybody comes to practice. I'm assuming on Monday, ready to go for the next week.
They do. I think it's again that's a learning process too, because we haven't had that opportunity a lot in the past few years. But we're figuring it out, and winning is much more fun than the alternative, but our kids continue to come to work on Monday focused on the next opponent.
Right. All right, we're going to take a break. Say thanks to our sponsors. Without them, none of this is possible. We'll be right back.
It's game time, and Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales is geared up and ready for a doggone good season. Wayne Kemp has the lineup that can't be beat. From economy and sports cars to work trucks and family vehicles, Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales is where teamwork will make the dream work. So come on in today and see TJ, Trey, Alan, Britt, or any of the friendly sales staff at Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales, 606 East Jackson Street in Dublin. Call 478-275-2010 or log on to DublinAutoSalesGA.com. Wayne Kemp's Dublin Auto Sales for a doggone good deal.
Hi, I'm Patsy McLendon. I am here to talk to you about Tyler Jackson. He's running for sheriff 2024 for Lawrence County. I am voting for him, and I really would like for y'all to meet Tyler, get to know Tyler, and think about voting for him for sheriff for 2024. I think he'll do a great job for Lawrence County, the people of Lawrence County, whether it's east side, west side, south side. If you really like to get to know him, call him. He'll come meet you and talk to you and tell you all his plans. I've known him for over 10 years. He worked with me. He is just a really fair, honest, safe, nice person, great family man. If you have any questions, you can ask me about him. But I'd really like for y'all to think about voting for him, because I think we need a change, and I think he'll give us the change.
Paid for by the committee to elect Tyler Jackson, Sheriff of Lawrence County.
Join the fitness community at Fairview Fitness Center, open 24 hours with staffed hours every day. We have professional trainers and classes including yoga, aerobics, water aerobics, Join today and start off with a fitness orientation for our free weights and our machine weights. Come check out our basketball and racquetball courts. Fairview Fitness Center, located at 200 Industrial Boulevard. Call 478-353-1900 and become a part of Fairview Fitness Center. B&S Industrial Contractors, your partner for success. Competent professionals and advanced equipment for any mechanical and construction work. Your trusted construction partner is B&S. From start to finish, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of managing experience. From large industrial and power generation facilities to crane rentals, B&S Industrial Contractors, capable of handling all project phases, from design through startup and delivery. Contact B&S Industrial Contractors at 478-275-2128.
Okay, so we opened the game on defense. Most teams have tried to challenge our secondary. Asher Evans comes up, Charlie Maffett comes up, Wade out there, big play on first down, first play of the game. Get a good pass rush there with Anthony Frank Wojcik with another sack. He's got 4.5 sacks in the last 2 games. A lot of pressure on the backside by Carson Shepard and force a intentional grounding call. They got the ball back. Again, we put a lot of pressure and force a bad throw. So defensively, we played really well early on. Again, a lot of pressure. Quarterback escapes, and then we come up, I believe that's Cruz, and makes them throw it up in the air, and there's Bryson Bars, Johnny on the spot to take it in for the first score of the night. So defensively, we played really, really well again. Kicking game was strong. Still another defensive highlight here. We get pressure, force him out of the pocket, and there's Asher Evans with his 3rd interception of the season. Again, another sack by Anthony Wojcik. 4.5 sacks in the last 2 ball games. Here we are on offense. Hand off to Wade Register for a good 7-8 yard gain. We kind of struggled a little bit on offense early on, but things got back. Here we are going to be running a little bootleg pass. We've been throwing the corner route. They cover the corner. We throw it out there to Ben Helton, and he scores on a 20-yard touchdown pass from Ben Castro Proveda. Defensively, again, that entire defensive front comes up and makes a play on 1st and 10. And here we are, first of 3 field goals on the night, a 47-yarder by Wade Register. All of them were over 45 yards, so that's a great weapon to have. Come back with another 11-yard gain by Wade. Offensive line, again, does a good job creating push and giving us an opportunity to get on the 2nd level. And then we hand it to Wade again for the touchdown. And, we progressed offensively as the game went on. We struggled a little bit to start with. Defensively, again, great pass rush, force a fumble, and that's a freshman, Blake Sims, coming in, getting some playing time, and covers the fumble up for us. Offensively, trying to throw a little throwback. Ben gets flushed out of the pocket, picks up 20 yards on the run to set up another score. Here's Jacob Solly with his first touchdown as a Crusader. Kickoff return of the second half. They kick it to Cruz Giles. Our entire kickoff team does a good job blocking, and Cruz takes it all the way back 60 yards for a special team score. So special teams defense played exceptionally well again Friday. Offensively, we got better, as we mentioned. Carson Shepard playing off the block, coming in and tackling the quarterback for a loss. Here's a little screen pass back to Carson, his big brother. Cam leading the way. Pick up about 10 yards on that screen. And here we are with a 44-yard field goal by Wade, the second of the night for him. And here's a punt block, Ben Helton in the third quarter that's going to end up setting up another field goal of about 47 yards. And each one of those looked to be kicked well enough to be over a 50-yard kick. So really pleased with where we are there. Here's a nice punt. Again, flipping the field. We get good coverage coming down the field and stop them right at the 30-yard line. So that was a great win for us to get us to 3-2. Looking forward to, getting back on the field this Friday.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Georgia Pools is now your authorized RecTech dealer. Summer's here and the temperature's rising, so make a big splash with friends and family now with a pool from Georgia Pools. Or relax in a luxurious hot tub or sauna. No down payments and easy financing. Don't wait a year for your pool. Georgia Pools has the manpower to get the job done. Georgia Pools has a large selection of pool chemicals and accessories. Come see our selection of Yeti coolers, tumblers, cups, and more. Call Georgia Pools today at 478-275-3607 or come by and see us at 1201 Hillcrest Parkway in Dublin. Georgia Pools, your authorized RecTech dealer.
Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op offers a full range of communication products and services to its members in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. We take pride in being your total communications provider, and we work hard to provide quality services at the best prices. In addition to offering phone service, we provide high-speed internet and digital high-def TV. And we always strive to put our members first. Progressive Rural, your total communications company. Small enough to know you, large enough to serve you. ProgressiveTel.com. Call 478-984-4201 or stop by 890 Simpson Avenue in Rents. Progressive Rural Telephone Co-op.
You want to know why we ride? Maybe it's because everything looks better with a fresh coat. It's putting on your Sunday best and catching up with old friends. And who doesn't love going into the office? We ride because out here, we can be our true selves, dirt and all. Maybe that's why.
Hey, I'm TJ with Dublin Outdoors and Power Sports, formerly known as Myers Equipment Supply. We're your full-line sales and service dealer for Can-Am Off-Road.
It's football season, and just like your favorite team, Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan's success is built on our teamwork.
Ms. Johnson, I have got you scheduled for service at Dublin Chevrolet.
Hey Dave, I think I found the problem.
I might not have been a great ball player back in the day, but one thing about it, Don sells cars pretty good here at Dublin Chevy GMC Nissan.
All right, Coach, so the highlights, they are what they are. Everybody saw a lot of good play from a lot of young men last week. Again, we said it earlier, everybody's continuing to grow up, and that's exactly how the process should be. But we're on to next week. So what happened last week no longer matters, and here we are in week 6. We're 3-2, and we're back home at the Cleve. And I heard you say something last week after the game to these young men. It's time to win a football game at home.
Absolutely, and one of the things about our football team is, the guys who are our starters and kind of our subs that come in, in the earlier part of the game. They get a lot of credit for what's going on, but it's those other guys that wear those green jerseys and play our look team that really get our kids ready to play on Friday. But yeah, I mean, it's home games should be special, and you know, obviously we played probably the top team in Class A at home, and we played one of the top 3 teams in AA at home. So we've had a little tougher home schedule. But a challenge this week, Thomas Jefferson, who for many years ruled Class A. Last couple of years they've been down a little bit, but you know, they're a dangerous team. They don't have anything to lose coming in here. So we've got to be focused and we've got to be ready to play.
As far as the kind of offense that TJ runs, what are you looking for this week?
Well, in every ball game, all 5 of their games, we've looked at all of their film. They're going to start in the wishbone. That's what they really would like to do, and that's what they made a living at when they were, you know, dominating Class A. But then they'll get into a little flex bone like Paul Johnson from Tech and Georgia Southern, and then they'll also get in some 3 and 4 wide stuff too. So I think if they can run the wishbone effectively, that's what they want to run.
Yeah.
And if they get behind a little bit, then they go to some of the more spread type packages.
You say wishbone, and it just brings up unbelievable memories of the early 80s. Auburn ran that, and they had Bo Jackson, they had Lionel, Little Train James, and not everybody at home will remember those, but I'm certain that you do. So, you know, the wishbone is certainly a look that you don't see a lot these days, but back when those guys ran it, it was something special.
Well, you know, Oklahoma and Texas used to run the wishbone, and Alabama, Auburn, as you mentioned, and it was kind of the late 70s, early 80s offense, whereas spread has kind of taken over. The wing tee is very popular in Georgia as well, but it's a look you don't see every week. They're not the traditional option football team out of the wishbone. They're more of a power counter, little toss sweep stuff, but they like to, you know, try and shorten the game, run some clock, and you know, they're going to be very fundamental, very well coached, and again, they played a, you know, pretty challenging schedule as well.
Right. You know, thank goodness the weather is expected to be good, so we shouldn't have any of those circumstances to deal with this week. Injury-wise, are you looking okay on that front?
Seem to be healing up pretty well. You know, I think we'll dress 35, 36 of the 38 this week. So, you know, we've had a little stretch in the last 2 or 3 games where we've had some kids out, but they seem to be progressing, and hopefully we'll, you know, be pretty close to full strength this week.
Well, good deal, Coach. There's no doubt in my mind that you'll have the kids ready. We've seen it in the last few weeks. They've come to play on the road at a level that we haven't seen in some time, and it's going exactly like I think it should be. So kudos to you and your coaching staff. I cannot say that enough. Home game this Friday night, 7:30 at the Cleve. We invite you to come out. If you can't come to this one, we would love for you to go to any of the other local games. I say it each and every week. These young men work very hard throughout the year, and they deserve our support. So until next week, we'll see you.
Allen's Heating and Cooling is your licensed Amana equipment dealer. Trust Allen's Heating and Cooling to install and service your heating and air conditioning unit. Allen services all brands, and with the purchase of a new unit, Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty. Sean Clark or any of his friendly staff can help you today at Allen's Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. Amana, last and last and last.
Natural gas all over town.
Get yourself a natural gas tankless water heater and save space.
And have endless hot water.
Natural gas is more efficient than electricity.
And it's lighter than air.
When you install natural gas appliances,
You can get rebates up to $1,500.
The City of Dublin will finance you up to $7,500.
For 60 months at 0% interest.
Use natural gas for all your outdoor cooking.
It's a luxury. We're on call 24/7.
You'll call us and we'll be there.
Whether you're building a home or starting a business, City of Dublin Natural Gas has you covered.
We serve commercial and residential gas all across town.
Yeah. Call your gas guys.
At 478-277-5048.